Hello YouTube, Al here, and this week I want to talk about a new guitar I've got. So, here it is. It's a Hofner Shorty. See a Hofner there? It's a travel guitar. It's bolt-on neck. I believe the body is basswood. Wraparound tailpiece. 1 volume, 1 tone. It doesn't coil split. 1 humbucker with all slug pole pieces. There's no adjustable poles. 6 tuners, so it's 3 either side, Gibson styly. It's Gibson scale length, so the same as a Les Paul. Mine's in a nice sparkly Pelham blue, which I really like. Quite like the colour on this. Pretty straightforward. I've put strap locks on it because it makes total sense. It doesn't really balance very well otherwise. I got this second hand for 100 quid posted, and you really can't beat that. There is a problem with the balance. If I stand up, it sort of goes like that. The leather strap's going to help with that, but I've also got a Goto bridge I'm going to replace this really cheap and light one with, and that's going to sort of hold this down. But do you know what? The bloke did say he had it set up, and this is really nice. The frets feel really nice. The neck's quite a nice shape. It's satin neck. It's quite a big neck. Kind of Les Paul-y. It's not big and cheap and horrible, so it's not too bad at all. It's quite comfortable to play. It's quite reassuring in the hand. It doesn't feel cheap necessarily. The tuners are okay. This has got 10 to 46 strings on it. I prefer 10 to 52, so at least the lower 3 strings are a little bit thicker. So when I hit, I tend to hit a bit harder and it goes wow all over the shop. So once I put some thicker strings on it, it's gonna stay in tune a little bit better than it did. That's it really. It's really basic guitar. No coil splits or anything. It's just 1 volume, 1 tone. There are little mini chickpea pots in this, as you would expect. Obviously you get them by taking the pick guard off. The pickup sounds really good. It's a ceramic pickup. It's really an inexpensive guitar, this. It really is. But it sounds pretty bloody good actually. So I'm going to turn on my amp and I'm going to put you straight through the amp. I'm not going to use any pedals today because, well, it's a simple cheap guitar. I like to see how much you can get out of it, and this pickup sounds damn good as it is. So I'm going to plug it into my custom amp and we're going to see how it sounds. Oh, I forgot to mention it comes with a gig bag that fits it. It's a little bit padded. It's okay. It's a bit of a glorified rain cover. It feels quite crinkly inside, if you know what I mean. Doesn't feel heavily padded, but it's okay. It's all right. It does the job. It'll get you to the gig and back, and all this is for is, you know, taken to a pub gig or something. I don't think you're going to rule the world with one of these, although you probably could in theory. So, custom double barrel. Let me turn this down a bit. Oh, there we go. Custom double barrel 212 30 watt solid state Fender-ish amplifier. Upgraded the speakers to Celestion V30s. So here we go. Gainy channel. Little bit of all volume and tone, a little bit of gain, a little bit of reverb, quite a lot of reverb. One thing I will say is the knobs are a little bit close together. I would have liked the tone to slightly further over to the side, just so I can get my finger in between the volume and tone a little bit easier. That's just me. These strings aren't the nicest, so they're not holding tune very well. hard to play because you've got to keep your hand on the bridge to sort of keep this end down. But again, I feel like when I put the Goto bridge on, which I will definitely try when these strings come off, which if they don't stay in tune, it's probably going to be later today. It makes it a bit hard to play. You've got to keep your hand there. You've got to think about sort of 3 things at once. What you're playing, this hand, and keeping that one there. More game. I want to reiterate, I think it's the string's fault. I don't think it's the tuner's fault. Reverb down. Tone's quite usable. Flappy strings. You can't fucking lift my hand off because it goes like that. Clean, clean, clean. Quite Stevie Ray. A little bit of fret buzz, but there you go. It's a very simple guitar. Nice condition. There's no dings or scratches over it. The finish glints really nicely in the light. You can see all of that. My one problem with this is that it won't stay where you want to put it, and even with a leather strap on my shoulder, it just wants to do that. It's begging to. So having one hand there is a must. Here is the Goto bridge. This way around, and you can see the model number, and it is so much heavier than this. I haven't even taken this off, but I don't know if you can see, if I angle it right, maybe you can see on these saddles on this side there's some bubbling, and it just shows they're cheaply cast. So anyway, I'm going to replace that, which weighs nothing, because I've got more than one of these of various brands, but they're all exactly the same, and they weigh absolutely nothing. This really has significant weight to it, so I feel that this is going to help keep its arse down. So at some point, probably quite soon actually, because I'm pretty hacked off with these strings at this point, they're crap. I'm going to put the Goto on, and I'll see if it keeps the nose down. Or the arse down and the nose up. Well, hey. So, there you have it. It's a very, very quick look at a very, very simple guitar. I really like the pickup in this. It's a ceramic pickup, but you wouldn't know because, well, at least with cheap ceramic pickups, I like good ones, but cheap ceramic pickups tend to be very thin, and they use a high output magnet to compensate for using less copper, I think. Either way, they sound quite thin and weedy, but they're quite high output. This isn't massively high output. It is quite a hot pickup, but it's not thin, and it's not weedy, and it's not two-dimensional, and it does lower gain stuff as well. It's not just full-on death. So there you have it. It's a very quick look at a small, simple guitar. I would say these, based on this, is definitely worth, I think it's 130 new. I can't really snub at that, definitely not, especially with a gig bag. If you want something cheap to just throw, there you go, plastic, not plastic, it's a metal jack socket. If you want something cheap to throw in a rucksack and take to band practice, or if you travel around a lot, or say if you live in a city and you want to take a train to a gig, I mean, this is just so portable. So, you can't really complain. The nut's plastic, but it's fine, it's just fine. You can see the truss rod adjustment cover there. I haven't adjusted the truss rod, it's been fine. That's about it, really. So simple. So very simple. Oh, it's 24 frets. That's the last thing. It's 24 frets on a Gibson scale, which is a bit unusual, but I like that. So, that's it. Thanks for watching. My name's Al. Like, subscribe, all that nonsense. I probably am going to do some mods to this relatively soon. Yeah, leave any questions down in the comments and I'll try to get some. So, until next week, I'll be seeing you. Bye-bye.
Bye!